welcome everyone to episode 2 of Feel Good Fuel. We're so excited to be here, me with my co-host, good friend, and producer, Blair McKnight, and we're going to be talking about falling in love with yourself. This is the foundation of Feel Good Fuel, and it's the foundation of us, and it will be the foundation of you all. So I wanted to let you know how sometimes I'll get this question and somebody will say, "Are you in love with yourself?" And I'll go, "Oh yeah." And they'll say, "Isn't that conceited? Isn't that full of yourself? Isn't that being a little narcissistic?"
Nope.
No, right. And I say, no, yes, you want to be in love with yourself, because once you're in love with yourself, everything falls into place. So before we get into, the nitty gritty, let's do what we did in our first episode, angel theme card. And I do this in all my privates, all my classes. And I want you all to know that we're always asking the angels and our unseen helpers for guidance on whatever we need. Okay, so the theme for today is focus. So focus, when you get this card, it's about focusing on you, focusing on what brings you joy, focusing on what makes you feel really good. And if you focus on self-love, trust me, you're going to love yourself more and more every day and feel really good. So
Yes.
Blair's going to tell us how she fell in love with herself.
Yes. And I just wanted to add to that too, Dede. What a great card, because self-love takes a ton of work and focus. And there is a way to love yourself and still care about others and have empathy. We're not telling you don't care about anyone but yourself. We're telling you to love yourself first, because that's what's most important and what's going to help you share that love and compassion with others. So just to put that out there real quick. But the way I fell in love with myself was working with you, Dede. I mean, I said this on our last episode. About 5 years ago, I started to really work on myself, and I really just it positively impacted every area of my life, from my marriage to my job, my career, to the relationships I have with other people, attracting the right people that were meant to grow me and uplift me. And one of those things that I had to do was work at it, be mindful of my thoughts, speak kindly to myself, not be hard on myself when I make mistakes, see things as opportunities and lessons instead of obstacles. Make sure I had the right inner circle of people that I was bringing close to me, that were uplifting me and helping me feel good about myself and not causing me anxiety. So just really years of hard work is what it took for me to love myself. But step one was recognizing that it was something that I needed more of in my life. And that was thanks to you.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I love hearing that story. And, my story is a little different because it was a while ago. It was actually when I turned 30, I knew I wasn't in love with myself. And I just knew that, I had all these external things that seemed really like, wow, Dede's got it all together. She's attractive. She's fit. She's got lots of friends. She's got a great job. But I had this hole inside. So I went to therapy and I asked my therapist, "Do you think that I can learn to love myself at age 30? And she said, absolutely. And there was, this whole thing coming down the maternal side of my ancestors, that mothers weren't loving daughters and so on and so forth. But I wanted to change that. So she helped me. And I always like to say the layer cake. And I talked about that in our first episode, but think of yourself as this beautiful layer cake, right? So you're filling up every layer with self-love. And once that's all filled up, you start to feel solid, lovable, and even you feel like lighter and more fun. And then what happens is you start attracting your soulmate. And that's how I attracted my soulmate. Oh my God, 38 years ago, Joe, and we've been together ever since. And it's just been great. But he was the icing on my cake, the sprinkles. I didn't attract him to fill me up with love, because I already did that. So he didn't have to come in and do that, that's what we want you to have that visual of. You're always filling up your layers with love. And you see the little pump behind us we go to the gas station, Blair and I, once a week.
Fill up
There's
the
a
love tank.
There's a tank that has hearts on it, and you just pour it right in here. So that's how I fell in love with myself.
You know what I'm just now realizing, Dede, is, 5 years ago, I'm getting ready to turn 35. So my journey started at a similar age than yours, and I met you, and you've helped me the same way that, so that your therapist helped you. So, wow, what a beautiful gift you passed along to me.
I love that. We always have this synchronicity that pops up here and there. I love it.
We do, definitely. So, what happens when you start filling up this layer cake with self-love? And like I said, it takes a lot of work, but it's so worth it, is you start experiencing miracles. You start to love yourself fully and unconditionally. Everything falls into place after that. You'll be vibrating at this high level, and you'll start to feel uplifted and energetic and start seeing everything with fresh eyes, nature, your friends and family, your job, your opportunities. Everything is just going to look like you're going to be in like this childlike wonder state. And it's absolutely fantastic. Compassion's going to come easier to you. And love is at its highest. Self-love, love itself is the highest vibrational level that you can reach. So it's really beautiful and fantastic. So what else kind of happens after self-love besides these mini miracles as we talk about?
Well, the other thing that happened to me was this heart-to-heart deepening, heart-to-heart connection, living more from the heart, even making decisions from the heart. And when your heart deepens, and you can have this heart-to-heart connection with your husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, sister, brother, it doesn't matter, but that heart-to-heart connection really deepens. So that was wonderful. And also, I got very in touch with my inner child through all this therapy I was doing in my 30s. And we're going to do a whole show on the inner child, but my inner child, her name is Ayla, and I make sure I talk to her every day. And that's another connection that happens. It's beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. And I found too, just to add real quick, that people that I struggled having a relationship with, people that were family that I was struggling with, I began to have more compassion for them and see that they needed patience and love and light more than me resisting and being negative towards them or angry all the time. And carrying around that anger was really just doing nothing but hurting me. So it lets you release that as well. So it's a really great, like you said, lighter feeling that you have.
Yeah, I love that lighter. It's just fun. It's more fun to love yourself.
Life is more enjoyable. Yes.
Definitely. So I have 5 Feel Good Express Love tools that will help you with self-love. So we're going to take you through them. The first one is mirror love. So this is a tool that I got from Louise Hay, and it's all about getting in that mirror every day and talking to, I always say, little Ayla, little Dede, little Blair. Get in there and tell yourself in the mirror, I love you. You are so fun. I can't wait to spend the whole day with you. Because you want to have that mirror, heart to heart, soul to soul connection. And sometimes my husband's going, who's in there with you? And I go, it's me and Ayla. We're playing in the mirror. But that's a wonderful tool. And I recommend it highly. It's a little uncomfortable at first, but you'll love it.
Totally. Yep. And I think that you'll start speaking to yourself internally kinder too, if you're speaking to yourself out loud about it. And you're sharing that with your unseen helpers, your guardian angels, and letting them know how much you love yourself, and that they're there to help. So that's just even better. And our next Feel Good Express Love tool is writing a self-love list. So not only speak it in the mirror to yourself, speak it out loud in the car, whatever you want to do, whatever you're comfortable with, but write, feel, and speak aloud about everything you love about yourself. Write it down, say it in the mirror, whatever you want to do. But what do you love about yourself? And get down there, get deep, get specific, and do it every day. It feels so good. It's kind of like that gratitude list. What am I grateful for that's in my life? But what am I grateful for that's right here within me? And that's just so important. And then number 3 is love and support. Surround yourself with loving, supportive friends and family. Your inner circle should be people that make you feel amazing, that make you feel good, support you, encourage you. These low vibrational, I like to call them energy vampires, that come in and make you anxious, make you doubt yourself, make you feel like, ooh, I don't know if I'm making a good decision. Maybe I can't do this. Are always complaining, whatever that is. These are not, these are people that are going to be in your life no matter what. You might have family, it might be blood, and you just have to learn how to set boundaries with them, so you're not constantly absorbing their negative energy. Or if it's a friend, maybe they're not that great of a friend, and there's somebody that doesn't need to be in your close inner circle, that you can create a little bit more distance with because they're draining you. And that's been a huge thing for me, Dede, I know as well. So.
Oh, I love that. So tool number 4 is about giving and receiving love and making it balance. Like, it's important to obviously give love, but to receive it. So when you're surrounding yourself with people that are loving and supportive, you're giving and receiving love with them. And I say, reach out. And this was, of course, a lot of this was going on pre-pandemic, but now we're post-pandemic. But hugging is so great. So I had this diet called the 3 hugs a day diet, where you have to hug at least 3 people. I mean, you could hug more, but bottom line is at least 3, because this keeps you in that love mode. And if you get to the end of the day and you've only hugged 2 people, then hug yourself. That's the diet. And then the 5th tool, that is all about journaling love and having affirmations. And we'll have a whole class just on journaling, because that's one of my top tools. And when you journal and say things to you as you're writing, like, I'm a love magnet, I'm so lovable, you're starting to read it, feel it, and just be it. So that's why you want to journal love.
Love all of that. Love, love, love. So we want to leave you with one of our favorite quotes. And this quote comes straight from the fantastic woman next to me, Dede Lyons. And it is, when you love yourself unconditionally, you will radiate love, be love, and attract love. How fantastic is that?
Ooh, I love it. So please tune in to our next show on July 14th. And it's going to be all about the morning papers, releasing worry, doubt, and fear so you can attract abundance in all areas of your life. So we'll see you on our YouTube channel on July 14th at 11 a.m.
Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.
Bye.